Hello viewers and welcome to part 9 of the Clueless Cat does Final Fantasy XIV story playthrough as per requested by Twitch viewers. More bad monotone dialogue incoming. Now, where we left off, finding the company of heroes for help on defeating Titan. Okay, hi dude. Lay down your burden, son, come drain a pint with me, you'll have a grand old time, find you a lass or three. You gonna say something, Avenger, or just keep staring? You wanna know about the company of heroes? Ah, hell's price of bleeding fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more. Still, seeing as you come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Trachtom was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? All the things. Tales from the Titus Slayer. Trachtom is eager to regale you with stories of his glory days. Gahaha, so you want to hear the tale of how the company of heroes bested a primal, do you? Let me guess, you mean that bastard Titus, eh? Ah, if only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit ya, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Just like that. Uh-huh. Oi, what's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing my praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Tullets. Yeah, kinda. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Aye, do that, then we'll talk. Okay. I will kill some rats. I did the thing, you lazy bum. So the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Venturer. Save me the hassle of... never mind. Hungry goboos. Trachtom appears to be ignoring you. What, you still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know, Venturer. It was a pretty risky strategy. The kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. You mean like me? I want to teach you, I truly do, but unless you prove you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you'd need to be capable of slaying, say, a gubu? Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road. Why don't you try heading due west and stand lookout, case a gubu comes calling. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. Did you work again, lazy? You again? Then that Gubu that was harassing the Millers is dead? Didn't think you had any adventures. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. Seriously. Took 30 seconds. You're lazy. The Lominson Way. Tactum remains unconvinced of your readiness to defeat the dread Primal Titus. It's Titan, by the way. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew, Tactum, you in here drinking again? If you are, that Gubu had better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have my word on that. Cleave the bastard's skull in two with me trusty axe I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me, was it Tactum who slew that Gubu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tactum, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes. The legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. Aye, well, see, Titus was what me and my lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of sock and shite I've ever heard. Both of you, outside, will learn the truth the Lominson way. Tactum, if you didn't slay that Gubu, you may consider your contract revoked. Dumbass. That's what you get for drinking. Just smash your boulder while dodging the occasional attack. If your DPS is low, you may need to kill his bomb, but other than that, you can probably just focus the boulder. Yeah, I'm sorry. You were gonna do something there, buddy? Buddy old pal? Something friend of mine? Something. Alright. I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes, but I'm begging you, Chief. Please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honest, I have. Save your blubbering, Chakchum. Sigh. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Casa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you wouldn't believe me, Look, his name was Whizcat, alright? Whizcat. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus, or whatever the hell's that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on, then tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. I do not have Casa del Sol unlocked. But it is a short jaunt away. and aim my nose directly for that aetheryte. Hey, my dude. Pardon? You wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa are depending upon us. You fancy yourself heroes then, just like in the tales? Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with a power that protects her from primal influence. Thus was she able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered? Useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we face. Aye, we defeated him, in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that, and you deserve better than the greeting I gave you, but I will not send you into Ogomoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Jejuruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Yet, gods, man, have you heard nothing we say? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogomoro. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa hangs in the balance. Nix that. Weascott would first like to verify that you are not a complete fraud. Massacre's requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nix has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with Heron. Slay the Nix and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Set the lure, lay in wait, kill the thing. Well, did you deal with the Nix? Yep. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company at Eros, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. A modest proposal. Whiskeyat has an important mission for you. 2 highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Jijiruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Jijiruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Amber, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to South Shroud and speak with Landonel at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Craigs? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. Do you require assistance, adventurer? So, this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Amber. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Trial by Turtle. Landonel needs to explain a few things to you. Let me be clear, this business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest, traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot, Deto here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heavens pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in a nest to the east of here, just ripe for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Amber. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in the swamp. Company heroes sound more like company of jerkwads. Da 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 da. Dead. Yoink. Head back. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Yeah, actually, here's a giant egg. Ah, such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see to that gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Udun Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Amber. Okay, don't have that one unlocked, so I guess little I'll me go and run all the way south. Okay, get off my screen. And tune. State your business, adventurer. Ha ha ha. So this is the one that Wesket sent me? I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Listen, jerkwad. Give me the quest. The perfect prey. Odin Nun wants you to hunt the most dangerous game. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistake in that, and you did manage to obtain that adamantoise egg. However, there is not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The nun I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am none. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessors before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claim my position, and it is why I still hold it. And it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face his Amalja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test to draw out and defeat the veteran, For this I will offer you no advice, only the sworn spear. Why, you ask? You'll have to solve that riddle for yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring to me his necklace. Yeah, okay. As Makote, he has to roll his R's. Put bait, lie in wait, kill thing, loot thing, return. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Yep. 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear? It belonged to one of his brothers. I know when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck? I wonder. Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. When the worm turns, a nun is finally willing to tell you of the ingredient you seek. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but well-wick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the small creatures of the Sagoi. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There's an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where well-worked worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Okay, just a regular angler. You are a high sand dune. Oh, whoops, I meant to click that. Put bait, lie in wait, kill thing, return. Killed the thing that did the stuff and tastes real good, apparently. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Yep. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Amber. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Waistcoat. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and see Waistcoat's council. Ah, but hold a moment. Since you'll be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. There and back again. A nun would like you to deliver a gift to Waistcoat. The captain was always fond of this brand wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry young youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Waistcoat was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Amber. That would be Costa del Sol. Hey, dude. Well met, Amber. Landonel and Udanon both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Get drunk. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the nun personally. Now, you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Ardenal this time to attain it. The things we do for cheese. Waistcoat would like to tell you about the final ingredient needed for the banquet. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago she sent word that there's been some trouble at the Longstop, and that delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozan Anazim. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Yeah, I know there's nothing but ill tidings there because that's where my next dungeon is. Let's go to the north and take a boat. Hi, my dudes. What's the hurry, Venture? Something happened over at the Gobby settlement? I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincutter Galley. We're going to Raincutter Gully? Are you coming along? Yep. Here's money. Now I see that it's over that way. However, I want to get this unlocked now, because we're going to be coming back here later. And if I'm in the area, might as well. Get your mark off my screen. Thank you. More gear time. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tongue flaps of Westcat be reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplanders come for tasty, fresh goby treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chase Gobbyflock from homes. Gobbyflock needs goodly Uplander gives safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Yep, the things you do for cheese. Okay, Q. Brayflox's Longstop as me. Of course it pops when I get all comfy. Pull this group, then the second group further north up along the stream. When that's done, there's a pathway just to the northwest. You need to go speak with a little goblin there. Gonna give you a key for the next area. Come on, we're taking it right to the gate. Here's the boss. Starts with 3 ads. After you kill the 3 ads, occasionally it will respawn them, which can poison you, so the poison is curable. It also does a frontal AoE. Stay out of the usual spot when it does that. Other than that, spank and tank. Now for this part, there are 3 little goblins that if you help kill the monsters attacking them, they will reward you with a chest. You only need to help the one though, and go for the boss. If you choose to do the other ones, totally up to you, depends how much you really want the gear. No, we held in all the gooboos. I'll bring it, don't worry. Let's do it. Oh, never mind, he's dead. Bye-bye. Just pull it and kill it as normal to start off with. Eventually a goblin is going to come in being chased by a smaller version of it, at which point you're also going to have to kill that one as well. And the goblin will randomly run up to one of your party members and draw the main boss there. Not a darn thing you can do about it as a tank other than to stun it just before it does a flame breath at the person. Other than that, kill them both. Now for this trash pack, the Fs will sometimes do circle AoEs. You're going to want to either stun that or move out of it. The Worm Hound is going to do a frontal look away AoE. Just step out of that one. This boss has 3 main attacks. First, it'll do a conal AoE. It can do a circular AoE around it that can be stunned. The other one is it will randomly target one of your party members to encase them in a bubble that is not the tank. That party member in the bubble will still be able to do moves and stuff. They just won't be able to physically move. Just keep smacking it around until the dragon appears. Smack the dragon a little bit and then it'll fly away and you can move on. Now we just have 3 little trash pats until the main boss. You just kill this group here, go a little further north, pull that group, then you turn left and pull that group, and just go through the door when you're done. Warning that the drakes in the bias do a conal AoE, but nothing really too about this. So for this one, he'll do a so-called tank buster once in a while that just puts a curable poison on the tank. He will randomly target someone for a line AoE, just up out of that. He will also spawn these green goopy egg things. You just have to stay away from those because they do a large circle AoE. First time he'll do 1 set, and the second time he'll do 1 set followed by another set. They will explode in the order that they spawned. So just pay attention to that. Other than that, tank and spank again. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. Flighty beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Brayflox happy gives tasty, fresh goby treats to clever Uplander. Cheese is stinky sweet goby treats, special make with secret goby arts. No party complete without goby gouda, Brayflox ever say. I think I'm just gonna go back to Costa del Sol now. Hi, my dude. I have stuff for you. Okay, let's speak to Wise Cat. Sniff, sniff. I gather you solved Brayflox's little problem? Yeah, here's some smelly cheese. By the gods, that unholy stench. This, definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Shudder. Money. What do you mean you forgot the wine? West Cat would like to congratulate you on a job well done. Bravo, Amber. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. To Wineport. Sweat, grime, and blood. Aye, Eureka blood. An adventure, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? This thing. An order? Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. Sniff, sniff. This paper smells love, loam, and perfume. Casa del Sol. And there is also the cough, unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gajaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Drewites and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on adventure. Ah, but perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You only wish to discuss the wine, I suspect. Yeah, kind of. An offer you can refuse. Chamonix, not if I want to continue on with the story. Chamonix Lemony would like to discuss wine with you. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine. But it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. Ah, but you grow impatient, and Wise Cat must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Berglant, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow, I doubt he'll be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. The neophyte Vinter bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Wow, you are a jerk. Jerky jerk. I take it he said no? Really? In those words? Well, cannot say that I am surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. It won't work. Shamani Lomani has another bright idea. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines. Which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Ahem, pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. This guy's blowing a little bit out of the water, huh? So facepalm. Sigh, but as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Belgant to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vineyards tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them? Bacchus wine? Bah, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Though I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements, never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. I lacus the Bacchus. No luck, Most regrettable, but we had a try. Ah, the Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion, though I must confess my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogomoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may be forever lost to us. Intelligence? I guess I don't know. Give a man a drink. Shamani Lomani appears to be in deep thought. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for us, I could not bear to disappoint him. Have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I had stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Dress took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully Dock, so perhaps Rilskit can tell you where to find him. Okay, I just need to bring my chocobo back up. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit. I toss him a few gil when he need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hells don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. What? What do you want? Here's a bottle. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? That weight. Dressed as suffering from extreme duress, you don't say. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please, make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Bug extermination, you say? Okay. Okay. Hopefully that solves his about to go mad. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. Battle scars. Dress appears to be in greater control of his faculties. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine seed. It should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. Collect shells by a stream. Okay, got it. Lazy way it. It has been some time, Amber. What news do you have of Dressed? He gave me coconuts. Sniff, sniff. Ah, yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Dress and I, 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Amber. It was a very good year. Shamani Lomani is brimming with glee, and he wishes to share the reason why with you. By the gods, Amber, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Dressed palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what that means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. And back we go. Oh, hello again. What is it? I want to leave you alone, but I need to know where you got this leaf. It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks, though. Maybe Lily comes from the vines growing on the back of one of such beasts. If you do go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Time to prune a gubu. Destination murder. Lazy teleport. What did Dress have to say, Amber? Tell me everything. Here's a grapevine. Aha, I was right. This smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could. 12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Bergland. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't sniff. Wait! The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, it couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus, but that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time, but now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gagarutu will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Amber. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. Ah, but do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray, deliver the wine to Captain Weska. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I'm a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. All that for some wine. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So, what of the wine I asked you to bring? Here's some Bacchus wine. Is that 7 hells of 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Amber. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Casa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. Or you could tell her yourself. You're standing right next to where she's sitting. In the company of heroes, Y'shtola is concerned for your well-being. You have the look of a woman who has been to the 7th hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all. Beggars belief. I could only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Y'shtola, Lady Virgil. A thousand pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madame. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Amber has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so kind as to enlighten her. Please. Aye, fair is fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be godslayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their own sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Amber with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey with relentlessness as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Amber, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain that she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Psh, Willy Uplanders, talented plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 at the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Amber, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Okay. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Amber, Titan's Bane. Amber, Titan's Bane! Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. I'm gonna stand on your table and eat. Yum, 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 yum. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Right. Ain't no food that good, sorry. When you face the Lord of Craigs, think not of Limsa, Lominsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty rockmen with clever fighty think. Gobbyflock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Ah, Amber, you brave fool, promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landel sends his regards. You are a veteran of countless battles, Amber. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. You are kind to indulge them, Amber. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. As you wish. Weiscat truly intends to tell you how you may face Titan this time. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lenosha. There you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Lazy teleport to Wineport. Show me the way. Speak to Chocobo Keep, get that off my map. Attune to the Aetheryte. And now get to whistling. Oh, up there. Okay. Greetings, lass. Might you be the one the captain said would come calling? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, 'cause I ain't explaining myself twice. Lord of Crags, Riol is waiting for you to give him your undivided attention. Kinda have it. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beast-man aetherite, see? What's that look for? Not familiar with him? He speaks of an unamplified aetherite which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Amber. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlene lass. Welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogamoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery that I have long pondered. Ha, give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going on the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that as got us thinking. I mean, Ogamora mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Ethernet, wouldn't it? So, it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were aetherite shards in the depths of Ogamoro, you would have needed to attune yourself to them before you could identify their signatures within the livestream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Charlian bloke to help us, see? Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Charlian scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the aetherites in question happen to be... Ah, yes. But in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the aetherite? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. Okay. Boo 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 boo. So this is the aetherite the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's sanctuary. It is as Papalimo suspected. In its present state, this aetheryte signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Amber. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path to escape. Fear not. I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the aetheryte signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you'll be on your own. Okay. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. The belly button, now accessible. Look, an overdweller. Yes, yes, an invader from above. She uses our aetherites against us. She has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespass, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear her not. Her fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller, you and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be first to face judgment, then Limsa and her oathbreakers, liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. Oh, great father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you, Titan, we summon you. And just say that again. He is come, the Lord of Crags, Titan is come. Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? Thy vile kind coveteth ever the blessing of the land and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. But I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. Godless overdweller, thy myriad heresies shall not go unpunished. Upon thee shall I wreak a terrible vengeance. So the pull is pretty basic. He does a bunch of tank leaves. Tank face him away from the party. Everyone else don't go in front of him. During certain parts of the battle, when his HP gets depleted, he will jump up and you'll see this red ring appear. You want to stand on the very edge inside of it because he's going to drop back down and make some of the arena disappear. He will do this several times. The one boss that has like 5 different themes for one battle. Second phase, he introduces a line mechanic. It will push you clear off the edge. And if you're doing this with a party of NPCs like me and you are pushed off the edge, then that is game over. Elsewise, if you're doing it with people, the people will respawn in the middle and they can just be rezzed. Next phase, he will randomly encase a person, usually the healer, in a stone prison, and you need to break them out so that they don't die. Please be wary not to break them out if the line AoE that knocks them back targets them, because they will be pushed back if they're free of the prison. And his last mechanic is making the ground blurry beneath you. You need to move out of that because it will do massive damage. If you get hit by all three of them, you're dead. The Lord of Craig's great father Titan has fallen. This is the fantasy crystal. The crimes of the Overdwellers shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never. 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths we shall defy you, deny, decry, defy. Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I have seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine, Ridan. My curiosity, as you ever so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea given but a little while longer, is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Fool. And now she has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bear. Far thou you have come, your work is far from done. and not remain to mark his passing. Well, the Asians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But that they would choose to consort with the Empire? What common goal could they possibly share? I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I have taken measure to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Okay. I am relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. All good things. Y'shtola is keen to discuss your next task. Though word will already have reached Maelstrom Command, protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Amber. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. To Limsa. Thank you for coming, Amber. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the Warriors of Light less keenly. And there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. The people of Limsa Lominsa are forever in your debt. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Amber, this is Minfilia. Y'shtola has informed me of your success, and have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Y'shtola emerged from Ongamoro unscathed. Why, Tataru and the others seem as glad of that as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Well, shit. Heroes welcome, everyone's dead. This one is glad, walking one is safe.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heaven she is safe. Louisoire, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring her forth, and you may yet know mercy.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
No!
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave! Bring the prisoners.
There are a few words to describe her, beginning with a B and C are among the common. Walking one Minfilia, as this one to... In case walking one returned, this one was to say, at church in eastern Thanalan, Walking One must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect Walking One Minfilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save. Salad time. Is something troubling you, my child? You have a look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. The wild roses are dead, Father, and I know not what to do. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. How? How could this have happened? And you are certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Yep. Why is there a bottle of wine? Father, have you been drinking? Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquis, would you come here for a moment? Yes, Father? If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquis. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain, Marquis is a survivor of the Battle of Carteneau. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marquis, I want you to look after Amber, do you understand? Yes, Father. You can't take it with you. Marquis has a personal request to make of you. Excuse me, Amber, do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horologe which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There is something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Count Drybone in my stead to obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. A ballpoint chisel, you say? And a pair of needle-nose pincers? Those things don't come cheap, you know. Weighty coin purse. Here you go. Balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. I think I just got swindled. Not my money. Have you brought the tools I requested? Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, the sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt of uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Amber, this was a mistake. Please give the horloge to Sister Alund. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best that it be returned to him. Good morrow to you, madame. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? No, you guys have been paying respects to him for, like, 8 years? No. Bury the poor bastard already. Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time. Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I am given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marquis said that it belonged to the deceased? Oh dear. You don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities and Count Drybone. But, mayhap more importantly, how did Marquis manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. Bringing out the dead. Sister Lunid is staring at you with great sadness in her eyes. I recognize you now, Amber. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who have lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the Waking Sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you to find closure. Not really. I didn't really know many of them, so... Eh? You don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to Lichguard Yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. 'Twas the stuff of nightmares, I tell you. God's damned Imperials, what the... I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hells don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, I ain't seen you around here afore. Or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. Any road, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the Lich Yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folks are starting to turn. Hello, big guy. Hello, little guy. Hello, not a guy. Hello, drinking through mask guy. What happened to the big fella? Forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. Hello, little one. Hello, dead with shield one. Hello, eye patch lady. Hello, salad. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to Lichard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell him that our work here is done. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that, in doing so, you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that, for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect and do everything we can to shepherd them to Shal's realm. Bury me not on the lone prairie. Sister Lunid wishes to discuss one of the scions who perished at the Waking Sands. Although we can perform rites for most of the scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic traditions. To the East Shroud, I guess. This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? Have a flower. Neuraxia, but this one does not understand. Comuxio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One, awful news. Walking One has returned a little solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Noraxia? How did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Noraxia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Noraxia. Noraxia went to Thanalan at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Noraxia at the end. Tell this one that Noraxia was brave. Tell this one that Noraxia did not suffer. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Noraxia home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking One to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Noraxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for joining me for this installment of my Final Fantasy XIV story playthrough. I hope it was enjoyable, aside from my poor job at voice acting and the sad stuff we just had to deal with. As always, feel free to give feedback in the comments below or just to say hi. I may not respond, but I do read all of my comments. Feel free to follow the links to my socials below and drop by Twitch to say hi. Tap that sub button if you want to see what I'm up to on YouTube, and as always, thanks for watching and I hope you all take care. I hope to see you guys for the next video. Until then, stay safe and ciao!